What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back with your regularly scheduled programming. We're back at Copart, yard number 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Oklahoma City, and we are back, as I said, with your regularly scheduled programming, doing your Copart walk-around. So we got a lot of cars here today. Let's jump into it. Number one on my list is a 2015 Ford Transit AT&T car, and I love these. I've always wanted one. I've never actually won one of these yet. As you can see, this thing may have been sitting here a while. In fact, the pickup date was February of 2019. So this has been sitting here for a cool minute. Yeah, she's got the keys. She's got the keys. Let's see, how's it looking here? She's probably got a little miles on her, but honestly, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. We'll have to check out the rest of the body real quick. Aside from a bunch of, chipping from the door, sliding over this vinyl decal and everything, it looks pretty good. All right, AT&T vehicles, I love AT&T vehicles, guys, because generally speaking, AT&T vehicles have been very well maintained. They usually don't have too awful miles on them, and they usually run pretty well. Now, the first thing I notice is down here, this chain. Okay, this isn't actually like a chain. This is a flexible conduit that keeps the wires to the power door inside of it, just like on a Dodge Caravan. And obviously that has seen better days. You can see it's not where it's supposed to be anymore. It's still got a nice 1500 watt inverter. Very nice. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Let's see what's in the other side. Good tires. Let's see what we got back here. Oh, this thing is, you want to talk about an awesome parts runner, man. Like, you could fit just about anything in here. If you take this bottom piece out anyway, you'd have a lot more room. You could fit like a hood, you could fit a trunk lid, you could fit fenders, you could fit just about anything in this thing, man, for the most part. Oh, it comes with lots of, this is another thing about AT&T vehicles. You'll tend to get them with a lot of, usable stuff in them. I don't know what all of this is. Looks like a bunch of coaxial splitters. Maybe amplifiers and stuff like that in there, signal amplifiers. Anyway, you get a lot of stuff that comes with these. Now, is that usable for the average person? Probably not. Is it worth anything? Probably not, but still, very cool. You also get some cool flashing lights that come on most of these AT&T vehicles as well. They typically don't uninstall those. Let's take a look at the interior. And, she's still got quite a bit of stuff in her, guys. That is unusual to see so much stuff sitting in an AT&T vehicle. Oh yeah, she's totally dead. So we would need to give her a boost. Let's see what she looks like under the hood here. I'm just curious to see what the miles are on her. I wonder why she's been sitting here so long. Over 2 years. I mean, think about that. This thing has just been chilling here for over 2 years. What do you think the mileage is on it? Go ahead and comment below right now what you think the mileage is on this AT&T vehicle. Meanwhile, I am going to grab a booster pack, and we're going to see if we can fire it up. We gave her the juice. I see some lights coming on. I've heard some things making noises, so... Oh, yeah. Oh, let's turn that off. Miles, only 57,000? Fired right up. Yeah, this thing only has 50,000 miles on the odometer, guys. 57,975 miles. ABS light. Got a strobe light right there. That's your inverter. Hear that sucker kick in? Leave that off, but yeah, you got your strobe lights. Will she go into gear? Yep, right into gear, reverse, and right into drive. Absolutely no issue with that at all. Let's see the strobe light. Oh, yeah. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Man, this thing's such low miles, guys. This thing will obviously go for some money. I wonder why they got rid of it though. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it at all. This sucker's nice. Well, anyway, we could speculate all day. It's going to be out of my price range, so no point in me looking at this one anymore. Let's move on to the next one. Next on my list, I believe it's a 2015 Ford Fusion. It doesn't have a sticker on it, so I can't see what year it is, but I believe this is a 2015 Ford Fusion. We'll double check that here in a minute. And it's got a buy it now of $4,000. So I figured I'd ask you guys, what's your opinion on it? Do you think $4,000 for a 2015 Ford Fusion SE is a good deal? She doesn't look too bad, really. Tires are good. We got Goodyear Eagle Sport on the back. Probably got the same up front. Yep, Goodyear Eagle Sport on the front. It's dirty, very, very dirty. It's a clean title, so it's not salvaged or anything. Goodyear Eagle, yeah, full set of Goodyear Eagles, but high mileage. Well, high mileage by consumer standards anyway. 177, 847. Miles like this does not concern me at all. Doesn't bother me a bit. Take a look at the interior. She looks decent. Needs a little bit of a cleaning, but nothing too serious. And let's check the year. See, is it a 15? It's a 16. Wow. Okay, it's a 16 Ford Fusion. She's got power. 177,000 miles. That is correct. Battery saver, so it may not start. Battery saver mode is engaged. Oh, she fired up. Turn the radio off. And let's see if we got any warning lights, anything to be concerned about. It's got lane departure and everything on this, huh? Wow. It is a little dirty on the interior, just a little bit. It's not horrible. It looks like it's just been a well-used car and didn't get cleaned up before they brought it here. Engine is quiet. There are no warning lights on the dash. Check the air conditioning real quick. And let's check the important window. Important window works. So does that window. Those are honestly the only two windows I care about. The rest of them don't matter. Your backseat passengers don't matter. You can see that oil changes were done. Let's see. Next service suggested at 179,506. So it's not even reached that mileage yet. And they used Pennzoil, high mileage, economy, Econobox 5W20. So at least they were keeping the engine oil maintained. Let's pop the hood and take a look under the hood. I think my biggest concern would be possibly a transmission issue, right? Yeah, we've got a lot of Pike Pass stickers here. You've got NITA, you've got 3 Oklahoma Turnpike authorities. So this car obviously spent a lot of time on the road, as is apparent by the mileage. I am curious about popping the trunk too. I'd like to see what things look like back there. I cracked the window just in case the doors decide to auto lock themselves. I don't have to go in there and bother them to get somebody out here to unlock a car that is sitting here running. Where is... There it is. Okay. Well, she's quiet. Listen to this. Very quiet. Fired right up on her own. Didn't need any help from me. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. She's got coolant. Everything under here looks very, very good. I don't see any leaks. I don't smell anything funny. Okay. Hey, let's see if it's got a trunk popper back here. Yes, it does. Well, they kept, there's a spare tire right there. We got some Pennzoil 520, so perhaps it burns a little oil maybe. We got some Motorcraft 520. Floor mats some more 520. So they definitely kept oil in this thing. So I wonder if it was burning a little oil. Take a look inside the exhaust pipe. I don't know if you can see anything in there, but I don't see a bunch of greasy soot back there, which is a sure sign that oil's being burnt through the tailpipe. Let's check for blow-by. Oh wow, yeah, she got she got some blow-by. Listen to this. She got some blow-by for sure. I got on my face. Okay. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Anyway, just got a little bit of blow-by, guys. That's a fact. Let's give her a little rev. How about that air conditioning? I don't feel cold. Oh, it's not on. There we go. Whoa, Lord have mercy. That's a little much. Hood is ajar. It revs fine, no funny noises, ticking, tapping. Put it in gear. It goes backwards. And she goes forwards, very strong. Yeah, okay. So it seems like everything works. Even the air conditioning is taking its time, but it is starting to get cold, and I did hear the compressor kick on, so like I said, a little dirty. But overall, not too bad. It doesn't smell funky or anything like that. That AC is taking a while, though. Like, you could feel it getting colder, but very, very, very slow. I'm not going to sit here and wait on it anymore. It is getting cooler. I'm pretty sure that it'll probably cool off nicely. But I don't have all day to sit here and play with an air conditioner, so... Okay, does it have remote start by chance? Let's see. No, it does not. Okay, well, $4,000, guys. What do you think? I would call it well-loved. It's a well-loved 2016 Ford Fusion for $4 grand. Honestly, a quick trip to the AutoSpot LLC, man, to get all this nastiness off of the front here. She'd clean up nicely. She really would. I'm gonna have to look and see what the retail is on one of these. But this is definitely a contender. Not bad for one of the first cars on today's video. Moving on to the next one. Next on my list is a 2019 Ford Fiesta. Yeah, it's a Ford day today, guys. It's a Ford day. 2019 Fiesta. It's going to be a rental car, I'm pretty sure. Damage is listed as all over, but it has a clear title. It has low miles. It's got 49,740 miles. It's clean, but wait, yes, there is some damage. It's got some scrapes all along the bottom of the bumper from suitcases and things going in and out of the car. We have a little bit of damage to the other side. First, take a note that this wheel is pretty much perfectly straight. All right, and now we're gonna go over to the passenger side where it looks like something just rubbed up against it. This wheel is cocked out this way, okay? The wheel is definitely facing the passenger side, pushed out. It also looks like this wheel has been maybe pushed back just a hair. There's definitely damage down here. Most likely, it's been my experience, this is just gonna be a control arm, so probably not a big deal. This fender, most of this will buff out. All right, most of that will buff out, but you've got some damage right here. All right, and you're not gonna buff that out. It's been creased and folded upwards, but again, a good PDR guy could probably get that straight enough to make it look better without having to go through and replace the fender and possibly have to go through painting it and everything. Everything else looks pretty good, but obviously this isn't one I would say you're going to drive home, not with the wheel being out that far. The rest of the car looks pretty decent, so I would call this very minor damage, clean title, if I didn't say that already, clean title, and low miles. Let's look in the back and see. Sounds like a smoker's car, and it's a little dirty, but I mean it's not bad, guys. There's a little kitty cat prints or raccoon prints. You find those a lot out here. Yeah, she's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and put the key in it. and fire it up. These are cheap cars, econo boxes, man. And with these low miles,
number
whoa,
one,
no,
My
come
name
on
is
now.
Emily.
Hey, what's everything is happening here? Let's turn that down. We'll turn the AC on so we can test it. Close that touchscreen. It is touchscreen. Hill start not available, obviously. Speed limited to 80 miles an hour. Okay, thank you. We're finally getting through to it here. Now we do have a traction control light on. The brake light is on because the e-brake is on. Turn that off. Let's close the door and see what remains. It is just a traction control light. Very interesting. I'm guessing the ABS is probably freaked out because that wheel is crooked. So the first thing I do when I see front suspension damage is I kind of turn the wheel a little bit just to see if there's any binding. I don't turn it a lot. I don't want to damage anything, but I do just kind of feel for any binding up in the rack and pinion, and I don't feel anything like that. The steering actually feels pretty decent. So if we were to turn it this way, it'd be worth going out and checking and seeing if that wheel over there has turned or if a tie rod perhaps is broken and that wheel's not turning at all. Air conditioning is on, air conditioning is cold, important window works, second most important window works. Got a nice little touch screen here. It's a cute car. It goes in reverse. Yes, it does. Drive. Yes, it does. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, I am looking at some of these newer, clean title cars. Cars that need minimal work that you should be able to flip and make a nice little profit on. Okay, good news, that tie rod's not busted. All right, that wheel turns, it's just out of sorts a little bit. And probably got to replace the control arm, maybe have to replace the tie rod, and send her in for an alignment. But on a 2019 with low miles, with a clean title, it should still have, well, it probably doesn't have its warranty anymore. I don't know what Ford's warranty is. She runs good, just quiet, other than the cooling fan. Looks like is this a timing belt motor? Surely not. Maybe it is. Maybe this is a timing belt motor. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a CVT transmission. She looks good, guys. Can we get into the trunk? Let's see if we can get into the, have a remote popper back here. Trunk looks good. Got under here. Oh, that tire is completely shot. That's okay. So it needs a spare. Let's go back in, check the AC one more time here. Nice and cold. Nice and cold. Good, good, good. Shut that off. Roll this window up. Let's give her a couple revs. Engine sounds healthy. She sounds good, guys. Really does. I like this. I actually really, in fact, I think I like this one better than the Ford Fusion, even though this is a more compact car. We'll see. We'll see. You got the Ford Fusion right here. You got the Ford. This is a Fiesta, right? Not a Focus. Yeah, this is a Fiesta. It's a tiny one, little bitty one. Fiesta. Yeah, not a bad looking car, guys. It doesn't have a buy it now, but like I said, this is a clean title car, and so is this one. So I'm definitely going to be trying to look at some clean title vehicles for the channel, things that can be fixed and flipped, hopefully relatively easily, and perhaps even be able to make a profit on them. And clean title's the way to go if you want to do that. A lot of people are scared of rebuilt titles, and a lot of retail dealerships just don't want to sell them. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But for now, let's move on to the next one. We'll do a couple Carnage cars real quick. This one obviously took a pretty hard hit to the front and the rear. It's 2016 Hyundai Sonata, had 178,000 miles on it. So this was a very, very well used car. You can see it took an extremely hard hit to the back end. And I'm thoroughly impressed when I see cars like this that take an impact this severe, and I see the passenger compartment is just, it's 100% intact. The car did exactly what it was designed to do, man. It took the brunt of the force, it absorbed it into the crunch bars, into the crunch bars. I'm hungry, guys. I'm thinking of a Nestle Crunch, I suppose. into the crumple zones, absorb that impact, and look at this. Even with that damage, you can still open this back door. This back door still opens. That's so Ooh, okay, well, the front end's got a little bit of damage too, but still, the fact that you can open these doors, passengers could have gotten in and out, and the front damage over here is pretty significant as well. As you can see, this was bad. This was a bad accident, and props to Hyundai, man. Kia Hyundai, major props to you guys for creating cars like this. And it's not just Hyundai, guys. There's a lot of other cars. Every car on the market has to meet minimum safety standards anyway. So, you know, maybe it was forced by the government, but still, major props to Kia and Hyundai for being able to take an impact like this and passengers looking like they probably walked away with no injuries. I know you've seen it, so I figured I might as well show it because I couldn't get around it making the videos of the other cars. This is a Lincoln MK, it's an MKZ. What year is it? A 2009. It's a 2009 Lincoln MKZ. Obviously took a light impact to the front, and this side actually looks all right, but it's the other side that is just, I mean, look at this. Look at that, guys. That's, yeah, this one took a really nasty high hit, really high. So the frame rails here, or what you would call frame rails, I suppose, didn't even have an opportunity to absorb the impact from this accident, because whatever it was drove right up over it, man. It went up over the crash bar, over the frame rails right here, and it went straight into the roof. We went into the C pillar. The C pillar is now folded into the B pillar. Like, the C pillar is here, and it is almost all the way over to the B pillar, guys. It's this was bad. The only reason I am showing this car is because there are no signs of bio blood. Normally they will put bio blood on the windows, and those cars I tend to stay away from. And in accidents that are this bad, I also tend to stay away from. But, you know, this is a video that I figure you guys probably wanted to see it. I was recording those other cars right there. I know you already saw it. There's just nothing I could do. So I figure we might as well just go ahead and let you guys see this car, see what the inside looks like. Yeah, there was nobody back there, guys. There was nobody back there. Something took a dump on the center console, though. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. That happens, though. I think we can get this door open so you can at least take a look at the interior here, and you can actually see back there how bad that was. I mean, that was I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. And yes, something really did just defecate on the center console there. You know, raccoons, man, they get into these things. It looks like this is another one that, even though it was a horrific looking accident, I think the people in this car came out a-okay, man. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy seeing damages like this, and it's also scary. It really is. It scares me, and I hope it scares you. And seriously, you should show your kids things like this, just as a reminder, you know, that accidents do happen. You don't even have to be at fault. You don't have to be driving crazy. You don't have to be doing anything wrong. Somebody else can just come barreling down at you, and that's very important. When I'm driving, 99.9% of the time, my fiance would tell you, she doesn't understand how I do it, but I spend almost the same amount of time looking in my side mirrors and my rear view mirror as I do looking out the windshield, because I had an accident very similar to this back in the 90s. It was a real bad accident, very much like this. It pushed the whole back of the car into the back doors. Very similar accident right here. And it technically wasn't my fault. A yellow cab here in Oklahoma City was speeding on an off-ramp, and there was a hill. When I looked to see if there was any oncoming traffic, there wasn't. So I pulled out and turned, and when I did, that big yellow bubble Caprice crammed right into the back end of my 1990 whatever Ford Tempo and ripped the whole back end off of it, looking just like this. My daughter was in her car seat in the back seat, and her seat was smashed into my front seat. I had to pry her out of the car. Thankfully, she was okay. My wife's sister was riding with me shotgun. She was all right as well. but it's very important to pay attention to your surroundings. You know, I'm much wiser today because of that accident. I pay a lot more attention to what's going on in the side mirrors and the rear view mirror. If I see somebody barreling down on me on the highway, I'm going to get out of the way. So, you know, I hope everybody in this car came out okay. So this should conclude our entire lineup of Fords. We've had the Ford Fiesta, here's a Ford Focus, and there was a Ford Fusion. Now we looked at this one, I believe, last week. It's the one that had all the scratches all up and down the hood and everything, and it looks like it's still for sale. 2014, 159 on the clock. Just showing you guys this one again for some of you that may have missed last week's walk around. Good looking car. I'm not going to spend any real time on it. I'm just showing this because it's up for sale, guys. So if one of you wants to bid on it, here it is, man. It's here. It's a good looking car. All right. And it runs absolutely great, guys. Let me pop the hood real quick. Good running car right here, man. The only thing that was concerning to me is it had this service tag in it, which means it was recently at the dealer for something. If I remember right, this one had a tiny little noise in the engine, but it didn't sound like anything that was too concerning. Go ahead and pop this hood real quick. We'll go ahead and fire it up real fast. I don't want to run you guys off that have been that already saw this and you're like, I don't want to watch this. Well, give me a second. This is just for someone that hasn't seen this last week. There we go. Yeah, she's got just a, you know, it actually could be a motor mount. It could be a motor mount. I don't know. I can almost feel a vibration, right? Oh, I know what the vibration is. The car's got a misfire, but it clears up when you hit the gas. Yeah, it's got a misfire at low RPMs, guys. So there you go. Bid accordingly. Now you know. Misfire at low RPMs, which I actually had a Dodge Neon that did that once, and I thought it was something simple. I was like, oh, it's a spark plug or fuel injector, and it turned out to actually be a valve not seating properly. The valve was slightly bent from a previously broken timing belt, and the valve wasn't closing all the way, so at low RPMs it wasn't building up enough of compression, but at the higher RPMs it worked just fine. So it could be a valve, it could be something as simple as a coil, a spark plug, who knows. But anyway, I'm not going to spend any more time on this. It's here if you're interested. Here is, sorry for the wind, here is the stock number. Have fun. Yes, the Scion FRS is still here from last week, and I'm still interested in it. I still am interested in it. I'm really considering this. I'm not going to spend any time on this one either, other than showing you the damage. Obviously, suspension, pretty much everything, core support forward, crash bar conveniently survived for the most part. No blown bags. Nice car, man. Nice car. I love it. And when you start it up, oh, she sounds mean, guys. This one is definitely on my list. Here we got another Carnage one, guys. This is a Nissan Versa Note. It's a 2015. And it's another one that just took a horrible crash in the back. Dang, man. Like, this one just destroyed it. Like, sorry, I'm kind of at a loss here. It's just, you know, some of these accidents when you see them, it's just wow, man. It's scary, man. You know, it is. It's scary to think, you know, this stuff happens, man. This stuff happens, but thankfully I've already made sure it doesn't say bio or anything, and I peeked inside and I didn't see anything that, you know, made it to where I feel like somebody got hurt in this. I don't want to show you guys cars that looks like someone got hurt or sent to the hospital. There are car seats back there, but again, you know, this car took that hit so well. I mean, it just destroyed it. But look at the passenger compartment. You know, even in the worst affected area back there, the seat is still there. the seat is still there. It hasn't been crammed into the front seat where, you know, it could have really hurt somebody. Like this car, I can't believe it. I can't believe this car took a hit like this. And even with the door being folded halfway over to the B-pillar, the seat back there is still intact, man. It's still intact. Whew. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope everybody in here came out okay as well. Guys, I think we're gonna end this one with this Polaris Razor right here, man. What a way to end the video. Suspension on the front looks like it's good. Axles, shocks, everything looks in good shape. What about it? Are you kidding me right now? A radar detector in one of these? I mean, are you going 70, 80 miles an hour on the street in this thing? I wouldn't think so. I know they'll do it. I just wouldn't think you'd be doing that on the street. I don't know, is all of this bent out of shape, or is that the way it's supposed to look? I think that's the way it's supposed to look. Yeah, everything looks good. Look at those seats back here, man. Look at these belts, like, wow. Talk about strapping in. A flat tire. Really doesn't look bad back here at all, guys. Look at this bad boy, look at this. Ooh, man. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Weston, I'm coming for you, man. Let me get this. Let me get this. Let's go play in the mud, man. I love it. I love this thing. There's no key in it, though. There's no key. I was hoping we'd be able to fire it up. Maybe run it. No, Copart wouldn't let me drive this around the yard, but still. There's a baseball bat and some tools in there, too, with some antifreeze and stuff. Yeah, too bad, man. I'd love to have fired this one up for you guys. That is going to conclude this Copart walk around. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you enjoyed the content. If not, hit the thumbs down button. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. Big shout out to Copart for letting us come out here and do this. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all very soon in the next one.